Hey, cowboy, what's up, man? It's all good, brother. It's all good, brother. Thanks for stopping in.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again. Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
So yeah, I started to decorate my hangar again. I got the Geo here. Oh, but I haven't opened it. Okay, so it does have a box in it already, okay. Gadget. Tractor, okay. So yeah, you know, let's pull out
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval
the
System.
big boy.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
So when you're gonna go cargo hauling, gotta go big. '88 SCU is a lot. Make sure you got the right tools for the job before you actually go to the job, right?
Hello. How can Miss help you today? Systems on. Engines on.
We're not going to go and do that particular mission just yet. Hold on 1 second. Oh shoot, I forgot I had these in there. That's why, again, this is training day. That's why you should always do a pre-flight check for situations like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna side load the cargo. He said turn off slow mode for you. Don't mind me. Just got ship weapons, guns in my cargo. Yeah. I hope they didn't give me a whole bunch of small ones too. Let's pray. Let's hope and pray. Okay, good. Cause yeah, I didn't want to really have to deal with that. You know what I mean? Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so 1 second. Let me do this really quick. Okay, thou hast been modded. You have been knighted, good sir. You have been knighted, good sir. Alright, so let's do this. I'm gonna take, I'm almost out of ammo with this one. I'm gonna take this one off. Uh, 'Cause I got the wrong ammo. Put that on. Okay. Let's start adding these big boys to the cargo. Easy as she goes. So first, I typically want to load here on this side, all the way to the end. Since because of this lip right here, it's kind of hard to get it in. You got to go around. So I usually try to work from that side because every other side is pretty much like easy for you know, all intents and purposes. But by no means is cargo hauling to be frowned upon as some, you know, lazy profession. I would argue you do a lot of work in the cargo hauling profession. And so, and if I pause, I'm actually typing in the chat. I'm viewing all chat from one place. So if you're watching it from either channel and it seems like, you know, I'm responding to people that you don't see, it's because I'm streaming to 3 different platforms at one time. So just FYI. But if you want to get my attention, feel free to send a message in the chat or in any one of the chats, because I shall see it. So I'm going to load up as much on this side as possible, and then we'll move to the other side. Because those are 316, I want to say, which I know can fit on the side. So on one side, I think that's like the max on one side. Probably can fit one right there. Unless they just got them double stacked. They might just have them double stacked. Let's see. Yeah. They just have them double stacked. So we'll just go ahead and fill it up on this side. So they're all 8s. So that's 11 8s because it's 88. And you don't have to start off with this size. I have this particular size, this medium cargo haul, because I've done like the basic, you have to do So first you need to decide like what side of the system you want to be on first, where you want to start off at. Um, and then once you decide that, I could probably get another one right. Let me see. Yeah, but I'm gonna leave that space right there just because sometimes it gets a little finicky when it's completely full. So I don't want to do that and then wrestle with trying to get them off of there. But yeah, you want to decide which area you want to start in. You typically stay within that area for your first missions. So like you'll just be doing like a what you would consider in the transportation industry a local route, right? But your local route is like you know, you know, not so local in our current terms. You know, so but yeah, it's like a local route. So you know, not too many hops, skips, and jumps. But once you do that, then you start to open up. Once you start to get rep with the, I think I'm not sure if there's other. I'm not sure if there are other transportation guilds other than Covalix. There's got to be, but I don't know what their names are, and I could check here in just a second. But suffice it to say that you know you can gain rep with them, and they give you more missions, right? The idea, right? Because this is a play loop, right? So this is like you know, for people who enjoy this type of gameplay. Um, you want to think about it in terms of progression, right? So as you gain rep, you're going to have more higher load missions. In order to fulfill those, if you're just starting off and you just got it, all you got is a starter ship, and you know you're just trying to make it out here in the verse. If you know you're going to have to put some time in to you know build your money, obviously, and then all right, let's close it up. We're full. I'm gonna get on. But obviously, right? So you're gonna have to build up, you know, not only your rep, but you're gonna have to build up your money. And so as your money grows, you'll be able to buy a new ship. So, you know, this ship, I want to say it was close. I want to say it was about 8 million. Um, and it holds. It's a cargo ship, and it holds. You know, it's got made for like a crew. It's like a multi-crew cargo ship. Um, and it holds like 224. I want to say. So it holds a good amount, right? So you could do either, you know, a few small cargo missions, or you know, you can do larger missions, right? Or a few, or actually, you could probably do a few medium with this particular ship. But when you're first starting off, you're only going to be able to do the small, which is fine, right? Don't freak out, you know. Don't get FOMO, fear of missing out. Yeah, I can understand that. Right now, see, I didn't take mine off, right? I didn't take my remote turrets off. So just FYI. And Right, exactly. You could do that, or see, but see, look, with stock, I got everything almost maxed out, right? Like I even got the extra on my shield, right? So, but I do have the attritions. So I have attritions on the pilot guns, right? So I get what you're saying, but technically it has enough power to do it. Um, of course, those two extra bumps in flight power, right, does help when you're maneuvering and stuff like that. But, it's not, I mean, ultimately for me to, because again, you set yours up for solo gameplay, right? I want to keep mine set up for group gameplay because if I have multiple people in my ship, what are they going to be doing while we're flying, while we're going in between places? You know what I mean? Like, it's also better to use the turrets because the turrets have a larger degree to cover when it comes to defense. They can shoot behind you. So if it's a fast ship that stays behind you and you can't turn fast enough to get a bead on it, right? Your turrets can handle that. You can. So what's going to end up happening is, you know, people, and there are people out there like that because I've been taken out by people like this. So I know people have the capacity to understand this strategy, you know. But what happens is people figure out how you're flying it, and then they attack you accordingly, right? And he says he's about to get on now. Right. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's already made to do long distance. It's already made to do fast travel, right? So you don't necessarily have to set it up for that. Now, what you do need to do is, with me personally, the stock cannons which you saw. Hold on, let me ask him. Where is your home in game? There he is. How's it going? So it's Guru G. So it's yeah, but with yeah. No, that's not gonna be me. It's gonna be let's see here. Let's go to. No, you should be. It's because it's capital GURU and then another capital G. Let me see. I thought I had you on my friends list at one point. Well, yeah, because I'm in the game already. I can't. You can't do it like that. But Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, no. There's imitators, but you know, there's only one Guru G. And yeah, it's in. Let me go to Spectrum real quick. I'll do it through Spectrum. Hold on 1 second, because you can do it through Spectrum too. So let's see here. Let me add. And what's yours on Spectrum? Okay, let's do add. There we go. Send friend request. Yeah. So just FYI, you can do it through Spectrum too. Just oh yeah, in game you can't. Well, at the menu you can, but not in the game. In the game, yeah. So right, yeah, I know. But yeah, sometimes it's kind of finicky because it's like trying to search through it and it just doesn't do it, you know. And it's like okay, so I'm inviting you to the party, to the party. Okay, okay, cool. So where's your home? And by the way, I'm streaming right now, but they can't hear you. So just FYI. But where is your home in the game? Is it or is it yeah, is it Orison or okay, gotcha. Well, the reason why I was asking because I was doing a cargo mission right now, um, and you know you can go with me. Um, I'm I'm well I'm well it probably won't, but it should still. It may not even let you once you get in here and get into the party. I'm gonna share it with you and see if you can get it. If you get it, then great. It may not let you get it, you know, because you haven't unlocked them yet. But if that's the case, then you know I'll just come. Either you can come to Sarah. I'm at Seraphim Station at the moment, so um, you trying to call me? Right, yeah. It takes some getting used to after you. Yeah, let me. It should be in pending, but it may not be. Yeah, right, exactly. So I just sent it again. So did you get it? What? Yeah, no. Just you can just you know exit out of your Mobi, and it should just pop up on your screen, and then you hit the left bracket and to accept it. Yeah, I'm gonna send it again. Yeah. And then sometimes it won't. So that's why it may be bugging out for you that you can't do it, and you may have to invite me to the party. Yeah, just go ahead and invite me. Yeah, just right click on me and then got it. Yeah, join the party. All right, now you can make me the lead, um, and then I'll go to contracts, share. Did you get that? Or were you still in the? No, it won't be. No. Yeah, they haven't got it. At some point, right? The party has been disbanded. Let me check to make sure we are in the party. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yeah. And so no, it's just different for each sector. So what they did was they refactored the mission system to be with server meshing. And the way server meshing works is there's split, the shard is split into multiple servers, right? So Microtech is technically on a different server than Crusader. Right. So they tied that in with the mission system, right? So the mission system is actually like that too, which it was kind of like that before, but because they moved to server meshing, right? It should be better, right? So it should be a more robust system. So now the mission that you would get over here, you wouldn't necessarily get over there, and vice versa. Like, like I never got an 890 jump mission over here, but over there at Microtech, they pop up all the time, right? So like, so certain things are specific to a locality. So anyway, long story short, let me go ahead and get out your Moby. Let me share this contract with you and let me know if you see anything pop up. The other part of that is if you don't see it, then that means it's because you don't have enough rep to receive this particular mission. So I just hit share. Did you see it? Okay. So yeah. Yeah, because you just started back, So like there was a big wipe when they went to 4.0, right? And then from there, everything's kind of been progressing, but um, so anyway, so if you want to come over to this side, do you prefer doing your? I was just talking to the stream about this. So, do you prefer to do your cargo missions on that side of the system, or does it really matter to you? Right. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, like I said, that you know, tying the mission system into the server meshing is supposed to address like all that stuff. You so so well, what I want to do is so all the cargo missions are going to be in hauling. So if you go under hauling, because I heard you say you got that, what mission do you should have like a it's going to be like an entry level mission. Right. Right, exactly. So that's the first mission you do, and then after that, it like unlocks like 30 missions. Not since, cause see, you haven't played since 4.0 came out. Yeah, and if you did, you might not have done anything. You might have just jumped on and jumped off. Like, you know what I mean? You might not have done anything to cause any rep change. But I don't know. You would know more than I would. But I would assume that if you're saying that you have nothing there, right? So when you look in your rep, there's nothing on the left side. Okay, yeah,
Engines off. Engines on.
right, right. Yeah, those bounties. Yeah, that was a problem too. They had to fix that, and it kind of carried over from the PTU a little bit for a few days anyway. Now it shouldn't be like that. But sometimes it completes because somebody's over there and they kill the bounty target, because like if the NPC spawns when you take the mission and somebody's over there already and somebody kills it, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? They still give you credit for the kill. Right, right. So I'm gonna go and complete this mission. If you want to start heading over here to Seraphim, I'll meet you back there because I'm like right next. The good thing about these is like it sends you like in, and I was just explaining this, like in the immediate vicinity until you get into the larger contracts where like it's sending you to multiple places. Um, so it's pretty cool, and you still, you know, of course, get the rep and you still get the money. So you know, yeah, if you want to go ahead and do that, that's fine, and I can head that way too. Oh yeah, yeah. It should give you a queue. Well, yeah. So what happens is it will update you as the queue goes down. You won't see it'll pop up and then it'll disappear. You won't see it until. Hmm. Nah, nah, nah. Nah, it's still counting down for you. So you just stay around as long as you don't leave, right? So yeah. Nah, nah, nah. As long as you're within the halo, basically. Mm-hmm. Yep. No, so now with the new update, there's tier zero item recovery implemented, meaning when you die, all your stuff respawns with you no matter what, no matter where you are, no matter what happens. All your stuff, yeah. The only thing that doesn't is, or should I say, you know, people can take stuff out of your inventory, but they can't take stuff off your body anymore. Right, it's still there. Yeah. It it can't be looted. The only thing that can be looted is what's inside of your backpack or pockets or something like that. But your armor, your weapon, none of that can be looted now. Yeah, it's tied exactly. Right. Mm. What's up, Azil? Nice to see you back on the stream. Need to help with anything? Well, right now I'm helping the org mate get acclimated to the new update, and you guys can't hear him. So if you hear me talking to somebody, that's that's who I'm talking to. But I'm not talking to myself. I promise. Unless you know nobody's there and I'm just talking to you guys, then it seems like I'm talking to myself anyway. But yeah, so, you know, I don't need any help with anything at the moment because we're going to start small, but as things progress, we may need a little help. So if you're still watching or you're in the game or whatever, and I call on you, then hey, I would appreciate the the help. But thanks for the offer, man. I appreciate that. And if there's anything you want us to show you too, let us know too. Um, but yeah, no, you're right, and it's part of the overall. Because what I try to get people to see when I talk to people and when I'm streaming and I'm talking about the game is what people see now is completely different from the vision of the game of how it's going to be, right? Yes, there will be an insurance system set up to where you will claim your stuff, right? It won't just respawn on your body, you know, because that's, in some systems, in some games, it is like that, right? But in this particular game, it won't be like that. You'll have to actually put it into, like, you'll have to save a loadout according to what they were just saying about tier two, well, tier zero through, you know, release implementation of the item recovery system. Um, you'll have to put it into a loadout and then recover it that way, right? So eventually, people will still be able to loot your body. But if you have your loadout um, saved before you leave out, then you will be able to recover it when you regen as well. The same with regen. Regen is not going to be, as we can see by the implementation of the quest line that they have now, um, the B story, which is the regens are failing, right? For normal people, not for us yet. The regen is failing, so they need supplies. So you have to go and pick up supplies and take them to the company to provide them with supplies so that they can fix and keep the regens going or whatever, right? It's like called the regen crisis, right? So, but people are literally, when they die, they're dying for real now. And a lot of people are upset about that, so on and so forth. So, yeah, but anyway, but you get the picture, right? So, um, eventually, same with your ships. Like right now, we have it kind of implemented where you do a claim, and if you want to expedite that claim, then you pay a little extra money, right? It's going to be the same principle, but the way they explained it at CitizenCon is there is insurance and then there's warranties, right? Warranties uh, basically allow you to get like everything that was on your ship back as well. The insurance lets you get the ship back, right? And it's like getting, okay, you totaled your car, we're gonna give you a new car, right? Everything that was on that old car is not there, but if you had it, like, and they're calling it warranty, so if you had it under warranty though, they're going to give you everything back the way you had it. So if you had bought components, weapons, had stuff in there, whatever, then you'll be able to recover that stuff too. So that's kind of where it's going, you know but right now we're in the tier zero implementation of it. You still there with me? Okay. Which one? And why is it saying that I'm trespassing right now? It's kind of crazy. Anyway, yeah, it's you know it's kind of interesting. Some of the bugs that do persist. Oh yeah, that's happened to me too, with other ships too. Namely the like the Star Lancer, I've had that happen. Like with the guns I got in the back, I just placed them in the back because when I was trying to place them on the grid, I was getting that type of issue. It would like phase through the wall. Um, so my workaround was not to put it on the grid, which it works for things like components and stuff like that. But if it's cargo boxes that uh, you know, that you may be trying to sell from off the ship or something like that, it kind of hurts you when it comes to that. But other than that, but now because you got the freight elevators, you can just get into your hangar and take it out of the ship and put it on the freight elevator, and then it'll stick to the grid there. So, and I haven't really had that problem with the boxes per se, but I had it with those guns specifically. I can't even say I've had it like with other guns, but that particular gun was like that, and I don't know why. It was probably because it was so big, because the guns were big, but they were the guns off of this ship when I replaced, well, the same ship, when I replaced them with some different guns, and I was taking them from that particular location, uh, but I forgot to put it into my inventory, so now they're still on my dang my ship. But yeah. But anyway, yeah. So stuff like that, yeah, can still exist. You know, obviously they haven't fixed every bug in the game, right? Right. Like, so if you go, like, if you're doing, let's say, for instance, um, like if you're buying commodities from a station, right? Then yes, you can do that. I don't know. Right. 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 That not yet. See, that's what I mean. Like, there will be that particular pan. So when you go into your hangar and then you go to the freight elevator, right? There's like a freight manager, right? Console. You will be able to do it from there eventually, but right now you can't do that. The only thing you can do is just load it. Like you can load it on the elevator and then bring it up, and then you have to manually take it off. To my understand, I haven't seen anything else, and I haven't heard anything else. So, but I found some Easter eggs in here before, so I wouldn't put it past them to have something in here that they didn't tell people about. That they were just waiting for people to find to see how difficult it is for people to find it. Or how intuitive it is for people to be able to, you know, that type of thing. Yeah. Um, so yeah. But yeah, I'm almost finished unloading this. How much? And I had 88 SCU of titanium I had to bring to this station. How much? Which is 11 8 SCU boxes. How far are you into your mission? Right. Yeah. Meters. Yeah. Hmm. Right. Yeah. And then gigameters. Yeah. Which is the billion meters. Yeah. catch where you had landed trespassing. Crew L1. I'm on crew L1. And it's saying that I'm trespassing, but I'm delivering. First of all, I'm delivering something to them. Second of all, this is a station. That shouldn't be in my hangar trespassing. You know, it's part of that whole permission for the hangar type thing. But it's only visual. It's not giving me any. It's just like the outposts. You know, sometimes that happens at the outpost too. But you know, it doesn't give you like a crime stat or anything. It's just visual. Last box. I'll center down. Make my quick 5K. Now head your way. Not 5K, 50K. Excuse me. I would not be doing this for 5K. See, it doesn't affect me completing the mission or anything, you know. So it's all right. Yeah, I think we get these. Yeah, they didn't wipe the money, right? Yep, that was one of the things they didn't do. Uh, right, I get you. Right, right. Oh man, you should have started back before 4.1 because we had missions we did them. That's how I bought this Star Lancer. This Star Lancer was like almost 8 mil. Well, I bought this. I bought the Cuddy Red. What else did I buy? Anyway, we made a lot of money because and it was cargo missions. Like you had to do cargo missions, but you had to do them. You had to go to Pyro. Some of them. The ones with the minerals, you didn't necessarily have to go to Pyro, but the ones I was doing, you had to actually go into Pyro to deliver it. So, yeah, and it went fairly smooth. I didn't really run into any problems doing those missions. You know, of course, you can run into problems just being in Pyro in general, but I didn't run into any issues doing those missions. I was able to get in, get out pretty smoothly. Yep. So I'm all done. Um, mhm. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. That's one thing about. I mean, he'll have it when he can get it. You said which one? 4070. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people, it's a combination of things. I always tell people, because I love to build. I back in the early 2000s is when I first like started like building PCs and getting into IT and stuff like that. So like I've built, and back then I was like a diehard AMD fan. You know what I mean? Um, of course, over time that changed. Still, AMD made a comeback in the CPU market, but for the GPU market, they're just now kind of getting head to head with Nvidia. Nvidia had took off on them on a lot of different technologies as far as that's concerned. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what I'm saying. Now they're a whole lot better. They're a whole lot better. Yeah, yeah, they're a whole lot better. There was a point in time where it was like, okay, AMD, I tried to stick with y'all, but I can't. you know, and even now they're still in that particular field, they're still kind of comparable, but in some other technologies, they're still not. So it's like depending on what you're doing, but again, and I said all that just to say, for me, um, I play this off a laptop. I play it 1440. I play it in 2K. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, and right. No, no, no. But I have mine connected to a 49-inch widescreen curved monitor and a 32-inch monitor. I play on the 32-inch. Okay. But also, you know, I'm streaming at the same time, right? In in the same resolution. All of this off of a laptop. You see what I'm saying? So so yeah, yeah. Right. Yeah. 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 And for most people, and that doesn't take away from your point. You can definitely get more performance overhead from a desktop, hands down. No question. There's no question about that. You know what I mean? You can upgrade it. I mean, of course I got 64 gigabytes of RAM in my laptop, right? But but in you can get even more in a desktop, right? Like so like like there's things that can be done, and then of course there's limitations just due to the space, like you said, like but now they're starting to come out with some of these laptops that actually do have the desktop version of the GPU in it, which I think is pretty interesting. You know, yeah, yeah. So, um, so yeah, it's all about. Of course, you gotta balance budget with you know performance, the age old thing that you have to sort of fend with. But yeah, it's a thing. Um, Let me see. I'm looking for you. There you are. Right. Right, 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 right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I try to, and I keep like the updates in the org Discord. So like if you ever just go into there, you can just kind of catch yourself up with some of the things that they're doing. But that's why I do that because yeah, I mean, and within me and Cowboy talk about this all the time. Like we laugh about it, like how fast the development is going right now. Like you'll definitely like miss something if you're not like paying attention because they've been going like extremely fast lately. You know what I mean? So yeah, what's up? I just came to you in space, and then you and then you quantum out. It's all good. I didn't announce it, so you didn't know it was me. So yeah. Right, right, right. So are you going back to New Babbage now? Which one? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, share it with me. And I have it. I have all of them hid on my, so they can't see where I'm going, but they can't see the mission. But they can still see where I'm going if they really, really look. But if they're looking that hard, then I mean, come on, bring it on. Aziel, I think that the defendant missions were the most fun ones. The defendant missions. Not familiar with the defendant missions. Not sure what he means by defendant. But if he's talking about the missions that were, the missions that we had to do, then um, oh yeah, he's probably talking about the ones where you had to defend like the ships. You had to quantum in over in Pyro. You had to quantum in and defend the ships from the pirates and stuff like that. Well, actually, it was the frontier fighters and stuff like that. But yeah, and I actually like that one too. But yeah, once they did supply or die, then you were making big money off of cargo hauling, which is the way the economy works, right? Like if there's a huge need for that particular trade or for that particular, resource or whatever, of course, you're gonna get paid more to do it. They were part of the save of pyro. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, save pyro. Yep, exactly. Which was before supply or die. So now what they're doing, they have. So the way they explained it was this: they're doing missions according to uh, storylines, right? And they're creating the history of Star Citizen for when Star Citizen goes live, right? And we're actually playing through it right now, right? So they're giving you that type of content, um, but they're also serving another purpose by setting the stage for, um, the story of Star Citizen when it comes out, right? Like all of these things are like past events that happened, you know, in Star Citizen's universe, right? Which is pretty cool if you ask me. Like that's a cool way of adding content to an alpha. You know what I mean? Everything good down there? I put some lights on the situation. Yeah, you gotta be careful too. Not shoot friendlies too. the the pain of Kleshler. Yeah, the inventory. Ben, what's up, man? Where you been at? I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, they changed the inventory structure, so but you can switch it to the old structure if you want to. But top right. Yep, exactly. Sometimes they're patrolling around too. So sweet. I'll let you get the loot. I got more than enough stuff. Yeah. Who is this guy? This is, he doesn't look like. Right. Right. It says do not harm allies. So keep in mind there's civilians working in here. They'll be dressed, they won't have weapons and stuff like that. Typically they're running around ducking. So just be sure not to kill them. But you've done the mercenary missions before, so you know. Yeah, that's how we first met. Remember, you gave them to us. And I bought it. I got it during IAE, so I got the best in show version. All right, on your right. Once they hear those gunshots, they'll start coming. Two down, one on the left. Got him. He's down. Yeah, I got a scope on mine, so going to the right. Dead body here. Call out if you're under fire. Okay. Checking the back. Clear. All right, got him. Objective complete. What? Yeah, they close after a while. Terminal locked. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta check around these tables and stuff like that that are up here. Go for it. Get what you need. You got 28 minutes to get it. Nice. I wonder who this poor soul was. Now that's a bad position to be in. That's crazy. Got nothing I want in here. That gun has a nice scope on it if you want it. All right. All right. Mhm. He said, "Nah, keep the FS9 Sporks, cowboy." Did you see the new paints? Yeah, I heard about the new paints. Person in the org, he has them. But yeah, no, I don't. Um, I don't have them, but I have seen them. So a lot of people like them. Yep. Somebody in the org got them. Put a screenshot of it in there. A A fix for ship claims not able to be processed has rolled out onto the live servers. No restart needed. Gotta love those hot updates. I'm gonna go up and watch our entry point. I'll send the elevator back down to you though. Right. Exactly. I was gonna say you probably come out better grabbing the bodies and dragging them onto the elevator. Man, this game looks amazing. So crazy, and it's not even fully optimized yet. It's just wild. Oh, and I shared a video in the org, in the clips and highlights, that speaks about the reason why they didn't stick with CryEngine, or why they didn't, or why they won't go to like Unreal Engine 5, like a lot of people, you know, try to say they should do. They their own engine. They made an engine, Star Engine. No, it's from the ground up. Cause see what they, and in the video, he, no, 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 they've been doing. Seeing that, that's what I'm saying. Like it's been a way back. They came to that decision, right? That these other engines weren't going to be able to do what they needed it to do. Just to summarize the video, right? And so that's when they started developing their own, right? This was back in the days when, I don't know how long you've been a backer, right? But this is back in the days where like there wasn't a whole lot that you can do, right? Um, you know, and it's interesting because it makes sense, you know, because back when I used to check in with the game to see how I was playing and all that kind of stuff, and I would see it, I would ask myself like, why is it not like further along than this, right? But that video explains it because they were using technology that had limitations because they weren't built for the type of game that they were building, right? Which was beneficial to them, obviously, because it gave them that insight, right? And then they were able to come to the conclusion and say, okay, we need to build our own engine because none of these engines are going to be able to do what we needed to do, you know. Hence, the Star Engine was born. And it's been iterated upon over all these years, you know what I mean? Yeah. Mm-mm. They started with that. They started with it. That's why a lot of people have that misconception because that's where they started, right? Yeah. You're they did start with them. But again, it was built for, and then they went from CryEngine to a fork of that which was Lumberyard, right? And that couldn't do it what they were trying to do either. So they had to develop their own. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So you know. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Nope. Yeah. So just sitting out here right now, just making sure nobody tries to shoot your ship or anything like that, because other people, can have the same, yeah, at the same location, and then they end up, and then stuff starts respawning and all that good stuff. But hold on one second, everybody. I'll be right back. It said, playing around with mercenary missions is like playing with a deck of all things spoken or. Right, right, exactly. Yeah, you get to play with pretty much everything. Quasi Gaming, welcome to the channel. Appreciate you stopping in. Salute to you too. Safe travels, safe flight. Love the Star Lancer. Yeah, I had to get one. I had to get it. Had to save up. I think I made close to probably about, I want to say about 20 something mil. But uh, I bought, I bought this one, and then I bought one for a buddy of mine because he was just coming back to the game like you, sports, and you know he wanted to do cargo missions too. So I bought him one so he could do like the bigger missions. But we can do it as a org too. That's you know. I also have the Polaris. So if we, it has like over 500 SCU cargo space. So if we need to get to that point, but of course it takes a while for you to get to that point anyway. But and then I think we got a whole C in the org too, uh, for when we do so. But with stuff like that, like the whole C, of course, you do have to like do the auto load from the stations. And you just fly into the loading area, right? It's not like you don't land, you don't go into a hangar or anything like that, or a dock. You just fly into the loading area, and they automatically unload it for you. Now that I know about and I've done before, right? But any other version of auto loading, I don't, you know, I don't know. So that's you getting into your ship, right? Okay. Okay. I just heard.
Engines on.
Yeah, typically in the lawful systems, you don't have that issue as much as you would in Pyro, but it's still possible. You know what I mean? And you also have to take into consideration that's specifically I wasn't speaking about somebody. I was really speaking about NPCs, right? Like, well, what happens is, like I said, if they start a mission and it sends them to this location because this location is supposed to be quote unquote clear, right? Then the uh, the enemy NPCs will spawn, right? And then, you know, if they see you, they're gonna start firing at you. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Right, right, right. Exactly. And then if they are, malicious, and then some people just, believe it or not, some people just do that. They just explore. Like they'll go to different spots, and so, if they come by and they just see a lot of ships just sitting out there, sometimes they'll just blow them up because they think they're like empty or whatever. You know what I mean? Like there could be a lot of variations. So the main thing is just you want to have eyes on it. You know what I mean? That's why solo play you can do it, but it's risky. You know what I mean? Especially in the current state of things. Later on, what they said about lawful systems and stuff like that, when somebody attacks your outpost, or you know what I mean, is attacking a post like this, reinforcements will be sent, right? So like, and you think about that, like if you play Arena Commander and you do like the Pirate Swarm, right? One of the things in there, like you have to wait for reinforcements, right? So that kind of gives you a inkling of what it's going to be like. Like you'll have to hold out until the reinforcements get there, literally, right? And if you survive and the reinforcements get there, then you have reinforcements to help you. You know what I mean? Repel whatever the attack is that's trying to, you know, that's trying to, you know, come upon you. But yeah. So that's just, um, but that's still, when you think about it, that's still help, right? Even though it's like solo play, right? You could do that by yourself, right? But it's still NPCs helping you. So like you, the odds of you just doing something like this by yourself, we'll say 50-50. You know what I mean? Just to be fair. Doing something like cargo missions, yeah, you could probably do that, no problem, right? Unless, and this is something that's going to happen later in the release game too. Pirate ships spawn, pirate NPC ships spawn, right? And then all of a sudden they come upon you to take your cargo. What are you going to do? Were you prepared? Do you have an escort, right? Or are you out there by yourself? Are you out there by yourself, or do you have people in your Star Lancer that can man the turrets, right? That can repel the pirates, right? See what I'm saying? Like those are conscious decisions people are gonna have to make. Like it's not gonna be like, oh yeah, I just jump in the game, jump in and go into like this. This is not that type of game. The way people make a joke about it now, but the way they talk about it now is like they call it like a space dad game, you know, and they say like this is not a space. We don't want a space dad game. It's like, Yeah, I mean, it's not a space dad game. You know, the way that it is right now, the only reason why people would even consider it to be something like that is because everything that will be implemented is not implemented yet. You know what I mean? Anyway, so where are you headed to now? Gotcha. In your ship. Yep. Hmm. Right. Right. That that actually is a good idea. Let me see. Right. Yep. Now you're getting the outside of orbit pips. No, I'm going back into uh, low microtech orbit, and then I look for New Babbage, the main, because it's always going to be on that side. And then when I see it, then I look for the orbital marker that takes me to that side, right? And that's how I navigate when it comes to that. Yeah. Typically, and if you just wanna you know, to be able to do any one of them, orbital marker one is like it's the North Pole. Typically, like the so like you would go to orbital marker one and you'd be able to either go outside or inside. You know what I mean? So, but in order to see, you know, you have to go back out to see that's three. There it is. There's one because it's on the other side. So if you're too close, it's going to be obstructed, basically, right? So you start outside, then you move your way inside, and the most efficient way is typically the way that I do it. Right, and you could, and you could, right, and you can always do the quantum randomly out into space and then quantum back in type. You know what I mean? You can create your own orbital marker if you want to, but you know that's a more advanced maneuver for people out there who are just getting started. You know. So you about to leave Tressler now? Oh, okay. Because it said you were quantum calibrating. I didn't know whether you were about. Okay. It probably just picked up you were still targeting Tressler, even though you couldn't quantum to it. Yeah. Hmm. See, I love my constellation. Such a beefy girl. Yeah, I love constellations too. They're beasts, especially the Andromeda. Okay, it's on the other side. Yeah, RSI constellation. Yeah, and it's actually got a small vehicle strapped to its back too. Small ship. Okay. Let's do landing. Top everything up. Let's head out. Yeah, yeah. That would be like the engineering gameplay. Um, and yeah, so you know, you may be able to rig it. Yeah, and yeah, that team is still working on that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I tell people too. Like, people talk about them in the general, right? But I mean, there's multiple teams working on multiple things at the same time. So
Welcome to the
oh,
ASOP
really?
vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has please visited.
Mining bags and stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they call them mining bags. All right, everybody. So that's been about just at 2 hours streaming. So I'm going to go ahead and call this. I don't want to make the streams too long for people. They don't tend to watch them when they're too long. So thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. Haven't seen in a while. I'll probably be back on a little bit later. Me and Sporks are going to still be playing. But, um, you know, so feel free to holler at us in game.